Shalom to everyone. The most fundamental statement of faith in Judaism is the Shema. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad. Hear, Israel, God, our God is one. After that, and we're also commanded to say the Shema twice a day, in the morning and in the evening prayers. Along with that statement of Shema, we have three passages. And after the Shema, a verse that does not appear in the Torah, but it appears through our oral tradition, is Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Blessed is the glory of the name of God forever and ever. So when you take the Shema, Baruch Shem, and the three passages, you get 1,024 letters. So what is the significance of 1,024 letters? 1,024 is 32 squared. 32 squared equals 1,024. 32 equals lev, equals heart. So it's very significant that in the first passage it begins, V'ahavta et Hashem Elokecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol moyodecha. And you shall love your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. So here we see a deep connection between the 1,024 letters of the Shema, which is just one entity, and the idea of the heart squared, the essence of the heart. There's a saying, the greatest distance in the world, it's not between, let's say, two galaxies that are thousands of light years distant one from the other. But we're told in Kabbalah and Chassidut, the greatest distance in the world is between the head and the heart, the mind and the heart, the intellect and the emotions. So the Shema, we know, has two large letters, an ayin and a daled. The ayin of Shema and the daled of Echad. It's the only verse in the entire Torah that has two large letters. And ayin and daled spells aid, witness, telling us that that is the mission of the Jewish people, to be witnesses to the world of God's oneness. But if you take the ayin and daled and reverse them, they become da, to know. And so even though we refer to Shema as a statement of faith, it's not blind faith. It's faith based on everything we know to be true. So that's the intellect. But the first passage begins with loving God with your whole heart. And in fact, the blessing that we say in the evening and in the morning before the Shema ends with the word ahava, love. In the morning, and God chooses the people of Israel with love. And in the evening, that God loves his people Israel. And they both blessings begin with the word ahava, from the heart, love from the heart. And the first passage begins, V'ahavta, and you shall love God, your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all of your might. So this is a beautiful idea in of itself. But let's take it one step further, because there's another importance to this number 1,024. And it will be connected to this idea of the heart. Remember, 1,024 equals 32 squared equals heart. The four species that we take on Sukkot, lulav, etrog, hadas, arava. The 4 species that we take, if you add up the numerical value of those 4 words, lulav is a palm branch, etrog is a citron, hadas is myrtle, and arava are willows. But if you add up the words in Hebrew, you get exactly 1,024. So how is that connected to the Shema? So the Shema, of course, is a statement of God's oneness. And before we take the 4 species and we shake them, there's a short kavana, an intent that we read, where it says, by my taking these 4 species and holding them together in my hand, I am uniting the 4 letters of God's name, and I'm bringing unity to myself and to the whole world. So this is an amazing connection between the 4 species and the 1,024 letters of the Shema. But even on a deeper level, we're told that the 4 species relate to 4 different types of Jews that encompass every kind of Jew, and we bring them together in order to indicate the oneness of the people of Israel. As we say in Mincha of Shabbat, you are one and your name is one. And who is like your people Israel, one nation in the earth? So the idea of oneness is very connected to the idea of Sukkot. And to end, what do we do when we shake the lulav? We take the 4, we put them together, we say a blessing, and we hold it to our heart. And then we begin to shake to the 6 directions, and we shake to each direction 3 times, but each time we return it to the heart. And so here is a deep connection between the oneness of Shema, the unity of intellect and emotion, of mind and heart, and the 4 species of Sukkot, which represent oneness like the Shema, and the idea of love of God, God's love of us, and the importance of the heart in everything that we do.